2v2 Judgement of Carrion blue team is Tyger as an Inquisitor, offensive, fights melee by default, can get ranged weapons, foregoes pretty much all support for loads of stuns and snares. This is Death Core of Krieg DLC. Alongside is TyranidTerra as a Hive Tyrant, very durable, bashes through cover, cannot be suppressed, fights melee by default, can also support reasonably well, emits a basic synapse, not the most mobile commander, so this reasonably small map, pretty good for it. Red team, we've got Naaium as a force commander, offensive melee, pretty versatile, can buff his marines too. And the Mollusk is a Mekboy, teleporting commander, pretty nice range damage, can support and put down defensive structures, but is not very tough. Shooting up the Inquisitor here, but she does finish the cap. Double Sentinels for Tyger. Inquisitor taking tons of damage from shooter boys. Mekboy not teleporting away, just forces her off. And double shooters from Mollusk. Naaium going for tactical marines, heavy ranged infantry, shooting up some termagants. But here comes the Hive Tyrant. Will want to dominate these narrow lanes with its bulk, going straight after the scouts, I think, which is what you want to do. You want to get model losses where you can, so shooting at scouts is going to allow you to kill much more stuff than shooting at tactical marines. Scouts use their speed to get away, very quick unit. Termagant's now taking a lot of damage from tactical marines and that force commander with his chainsword. TyranidTerra's Hormagaunts, here they are. Don't really want to fight the force commander, will be able to constantly disrupt them with battle cry. Good play by Naaium, keeping those scouts around. They now have shotguns, can suppress these Hormagaunts with a shotgun blast. There it is. Hive Tyrant in melee combat with the force commander. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage with his default claws, but is so tough he can just outlast everything. Hormagaunts still harassing here, and we want to retreat now. But there's a special attack from the force commander, and those shotguns are really doing a number on them, and now they retreat. Hive Tyrant all by himself. Can he get a model loss? He can. Sync kill on a scout, and now needs to run, I think. Not much else he can do. Down to half hit points, is not retreating, and does. Center, we have double sentinels for Tyger, using that crossbow bolt pistol, a ranged weapon for the Inquisitor. Crippling volley allows her to stop infantry dead in its tracks, and it's a 2-to-1 for blue.
Generator coming up.
Triple shooters for the Mollusk in response to those double sentinels, no doubt. Sentinels are a tier 1 vehicle, can decap but cannot cap. Have heavy armor though, not vehicle armor. Force commander getting quite low. There's Hammer of the Witches on his face, starting ability of the Inquisitor, damage and stun. And tactical marines outgunned here badly. Crippling volley misses them.
Sir, one of our structures been destroyed.
Mekboy capping south, VPs in a line north to south, none of them natural. Now Orks come to the center. Assault marines on the field for Naaium. Warrior Brood on the field for TyranidTerra. Guardsman taking so much damage, might get force melee by the shooter boys. Wow, might wipe the squad here. Stop running and shoot them. There they go. Ouch. Tyger now has double sentinels, and that is it. Only thing that can cap is his Inquisitor. Brood nest going down. Really, really great ability for the Hive Tyrant. Only 75 red and allows a reinforcement. Not only of yourself, but of your allies as well. Shooters now hitting blue power. Tyranids hitting red power, but here comes Naaium to defend. Warrior Brood go after the Assault Marines. Warrior Brood are heavy infantry, start off as a melee unit. Emit a basic synapse, which is a good thing because the Hive Tyrant is not around to do it. Pretty good destructive melee on these warriors, and they force off the Assault Marines. Look at this. Here comes the Warrior Brood with Hormagaunts. Can they get into melee range of these Devastators? Hormagaunts taking so much damage, now focuses on the warriors, and there's a synaptic shot, death. Knocking back the Hormagaunts, but they're constantly reinforced by this Brood nest. Does not take the opportunity to tie up the Devastators though, that's a huge mistake, and they are forced off. And Termagants also run, he can just destroy this Brood nest, for some nice zeal. Mekboy has his Daka big shooter. Tyger replaces the guardsman squad they lost, and they get some flamers. Don't see it very often on guardsmen, since they have to get reasonably close to use them, and guardsmen don't really want to get close to anything. Brood nest put down here to support Tyger's guardsmen. And look at this, blue team have a triple 500 318. Tyger doing amazingly well with just double sentinels for a little while there. Here comes some sluggers. Katashan Devils on the way for Tyger. Devastator's capping. Sentinels shooting up the generator. Take them a while with their multilass. Termagants using Cryptin Poison on Devastator's Hive Tyrant. Charges through his own Termagants. Extended Carapace, such a great armor. All of his armor, war gear, really strong right now, the Hive Tyrant, I think, in a way. Double shooters take out the brood nest. Wasted, pretty much. Tyger wasn't even around to take advantage of it. Here come Katashan Devils, and there's their grenade launcher. Versatile unit with shotguns and pretty nice melee as well. There's their shotgun blast, but they need to run, and they can bleed you pretty badly because they're not cheap to reinforce. There's Cryptin Volley. Inquisitor closes for melee here. Forces off 2 shooter boy squads. Look at this, all 3 of them have their knob leader. Mekboy comes to cap mid. Or is it to revive? It's to revive. Hive Tyrant in melee combat with Marines, with a Devastator shooting it up. Cannot be suppressed, of course, but still takes a lot of damage from setup weapons and needs to retreat. But he can counter them pretty nicely with the extended carapace. It. Mekboy levels for reviving the Force Commander level 2. Forces off the Inquisitor. Here come double Sentinels. And he's going to take the building and shoot him up. Kraken bolts taking out warriors. Can't finish the squad though. Assault Marines very lucky not to lose a model there. 500 141. Blues have a triple. Can they do this without losing a VP? Perhaps not. I think red are going to get a 2-1 here. Maybe not. Mekboy knocked off the cap by Katashan Devils, who then stand still. Here comes triple shooters, and they are forced off immediately. Mekboy taking a lot of damage here, but hangs in there. No battery pack for him. 500 114. A 2-1 for blue. Brood nest goes down. Or was cancelled, one of them. Scouts capping mid. And can the reds get a 2-1 here? Tier 2 for blue. Naaium already tier 2 has a plasma devastator on the way. There's Cryptin Volley on the shooters. If we see double missile launchers for these sentinels, they are going to be really bad news for those shooter boys, and shooter boys run. Here come Flamer Guardsmen. Sentinels use a stomp and block their path. Not sure why they are stomping. It doesn't do anything to retreating units, if I'm not mistaken. Here come sluggers, and they've used their stomp, so can't disrupt those sluggers. And sluggers run away, have their knob leader. Center we have warrior brood with adrenal glands, so we now have melee synapse for these Hormigaunt brood. Here comes scouts though with shotguns, and are not in range of the melee synapse, so they're taking tons of damage and need to run. In fact, Hive Tyrant charges the Devastators. Will most likely get the Crushing Claw since it's up against Marines. Rending Talons not quite as useful against the durable heavy armor of the Marines. Adrenal Gland Warriors force off the scouts and are now forced off themselves. Plasma Gun Tactical Marines a good choice. Extra damage versus the heavy armor of the warriors. Inquisitor forces off the Weird Boy. No, he's just running away. Stormtroopers, no joke with those hotshot las guns. See the damage they did to that Weird Boy. triple gens going up here from TyranidTerra, which is a bit odd because Mollusk is right there. It's 46486. Reds are gonna have a triple perhaps. Stormtroopers can infiltrate, and that's what they're doing, using their assault kit, which gives them pretty nice range and damage, but they're still quite fragile. TyranidTerra looking quite thin. Cormorants, Termagants, and Warrior Brood. Does he have a Crushing Claw? He does, so this is going to be a fearsome Hive Tyrant now. Does so much DPS with that thing because it attacks so quickly.
Generator under attack.
Here's a War Truck for Mollusk. Support vehicle for Orks. Transport and reinforcement. Still no missile launchers for the Sentinels. Manticore on the way for Tyger. And look at this. Melter Gun, Katishan, Devil Sergeant. Look how much damage it did to the War Truck by itself. War Trucks are so weak. Still a triple for red. TyranidTerra though is taking north and has a Tyrant Guard. Don't see this thing very often. Zone Throat not as useful with Assault Marines around. And reds are hitting blue's power here. 36986 is a double for red. And he's prevented the cap, or at least delayed the cap, by TyranidTerra. Plasma Cannon is firing on it, that's why. Manticore Strike on those Orks. Devastating. Don't lose a squad, but tons of losses. Sentinels leveling up to 2. Stormtroopers and Katishan Devils back at base. Katishan Devils haven't really done a whole lot to justify their costs thus far. Tyrant Guard really needs to be under Synapse or it's painfully slow. Super heavy infantry unit. A line break for the Tyranids, but it's bugged right now in that its special attack, as you can see right then, does absolutely nothing. No knockback and no damage, which really cripples it as a line breaker unit that has been in for the last 2 patches. Sort it out, Relic. And Warpfield on the Hive Tyrant, so he's fully kitted out and all round pretty scary dude. 31482. Here comes the Hive Tyrant. Here comes the Tyrant Guard, sorry, now under Synapse, so he's a bit quicker. Cormorant Brood run away. South goes blue, 31480. And can the Orks push here? Katishan Devils are infiltrated because they've been idle. And Mekboy taking tons of damage. There goes a Brood Nest to support Tyger. Bit odd that a Brood Nest can reinforce guardsmen, but there you go. Assault Marines capping centre. There's a Manticore Strike. Or Storm Eagle, as I believe the ability is actually called. War Truck goes down. Missile launcher, that was the cracked missiles, which are anti-vehicle. Turns the Sentinel into a pretty nice, quick, versatile unit if you can have them survive to tier 2. And the shooters just get away with 2 models, did they? Yes. There's a Hell Fury Strike on the VP, global ability of the Inquisitor. 310.53. Reds have done valiantly to bring this back, but can they hold on? Looks like it's going to be a 2-to-1. Or not. Tyrant Guard needs to heal, and it can heal itself with the Shield Wall ability, which also gives it vehicle armor while it's healing itself. In combat with the Assault Marines, it does do decent DPS, but the special attack bug really hurts it, as I said before. Cormorant Brood run away. Tyrant Guard now in Shield Wall mode, and none of this stuff can really damage it. The Plasma Cannon can though. South is still blue. Mekboy will try to cap it, but he's going to get shot to bits when he tries. Look at the damage those double Stormtroopers do. Good grief. Katishan Devils capping mid. 292.53 is a 1-to-1. Can the Assault Marines cap north? Looks like they're going to be able to. Devastators have their Vengeance rounds, which do anti-vehicle damage. Plasma cannon getting shots off, and there's a melter bomb on the Tyrant Guard. Needs to get up and charge away, I think. Look at this. Is this a warrior brood or rippers? It's rippers. Will tie up the plasma cannon, and Gene Stealers on the field for TyranidTerra. And this could change things because they will have melee synapse on the warrior brood. Gene Stealers with melee synapse are terrifying in tier 2 pretty much. The Mollusk is tier 3 though, and so is Naaium. Looted tank, and Naaium has a Force Commander in Terminator armor. I thought it was Terminators, but it mixes up the portraits for some reason when you get the Force Commander's Terminator armor. Tyrant Guard is still around, needs to back out now, really needs to back out, there he goes. Plasma Cannon almost finished him off, here come Gene Stealers. Not under melee synapse though, where are the warriors? They are not going in. Gene Stealers use their frenzy ability, allowing them to regain health with each attack. And they force off Naaium. Inquisitor down at the south DP. Double Sentinel still alive, Guardsman trying to repair them. These double Stormtroopers putting out some really nice DPS. Get a boom shot from the looted tank, there's a Mythical Strike. Just keeping the Orks at bay. Where is that Manticore? It's pushed up quite a bit there. North goes blue, does it? Yes. Force Commander, Terminator, getting a heavy flamer. That's a mistake, I think. Should get his lightning claws because he'll be able to rip up warriors and Caesars pretty quickly. There's cleansing flame on those Hormigons. Look at the damage. Should have done it at his own feet though. Now he's trying to cap. Force Commander Terminator armor gives him 2500 hit points, but he's no longer allowed to level. And here comes the Hive Tyrant. Needs to put up his warp field, I think. There it goes. Plasma Cannon going in. Ouch, almost finishes off the warrior brood, and the submarines might be able to. No. Hive Tyrant also gets away. And Tyrant Guard is being meleeed by the Force Commander's Power Fist. Hive Tyrant doing nice damage to him. I think it does melee heavy. I assume it does. And there's the special attack again, which does nothing. And Tyrant Guard goes down. Really need to fix that bug. I pretty much never use the Tyrant Guard for that reason. 2737, and it's a single for blue. TyranidTerra looking very thin, but blue team see it out with the victory. Pretty nice win for blue. Dominated so much early on. Reds came back, but they hold on. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.